Okay, this is a news from BBC News. So I don't know. It has been long. These people, they confuse themselves. Confusion everywhere. This BBC News pidgin, I don't trust them because everything about them sometimes is lies, especially when it comes to Biafra. I think sometimes ago, what is it called? Christopher Musa has come out to lie in national television to tell us that they have completed the document and submit to Finland for the repatriation of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. But later we'll find out that all those things is lie. Later, still come out to tell us that they don't have any plans of bringing Simon Ekpa down to Nigeria. Confusion everywhere. If you go to their media, that's how they lies. That's how they lie. If you go to their media, everything about them is lies. So now I would like make we read what BBC Pidgin say concerning our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. You understand? So let's read. According to them here, they said Finland court gives date for hearing of Simon Ekpa case. That is the headline. The headline. So let's read. They said Finland don't set date to begin the hearing of criminal case against a former municipal politician from Lati, where they identify as Simon Ekpa. This now after the office of the prosecutor general for Finland been confirmed to BBC Pidgin say them charged the suspect Ekpa with public incitement to commit a crime with terrorism intent. This now according to Ola Restola, will be the district secretary for the district court of Pijat Heme. According to the district court of Pijat Heme, for their document where BBC Pidgin gate, the hearing go last several days and the prosecutors applications for summons and the defendant written response go dey public for 30 May 2025. Pijat Heme District Court go begin hearing a criminal case concerning terrorist crime on 30th May 2025. The defendant for the case na former municipal politician from Lati, where currently the pretrial detention. The district courts say the defendant they charged with public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent, participation for the activities of terrorism group. So now a whole nation now they refer as a terrorist group. The same thing Nigeria said, the same thing, whether you like it or not, Nigeria take the whole Biafrans as a terrorist group. You and I, whether you believe in Biafra or not, they believe you are a terrorist. That's why sometimes you see them throw Uguligwe to Biafrans, even the one that happened recently, when they throw bomb to children, none of them up to 5 years. I believe one is still sucking breast. Then delete all of them. Say Boko Haram and all this, that is not their problem, because those guys are being sponsored by Nigeria government. That's why you cannot go to any police station and see where they arrested any of them. If you and I catch them and give to any police station, before you go back there, they will tell you that maybe they escaped, or they will tell you one story or the other. You can't go to any Nigeria court and see where they charge or prosecute any Boko Haram or any terrorist. Never, you can never. But they are attacking every village in the country. You can't go to any prison and see that this one is a terrorist. He is a terrorist. That's why he's in prison. You never. They take you and I as the terrorists because of that Biafra. We are the threat to the country. That's why they even try to take you to any court, rather to delete you instantly. Person that you don't get any criminating something from. So that is what Finland here, according to BBC Pidgin, that is what Finland here. They just the way Nigeria take us, that is how they take us. But I believe okay, one day hage jecha or fofola. Okay, let's continue. Let me read that line again. They said the district court say the defendant they charged with public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent, participation for the activities of a terrorist group. Participation for the activities of terrorist group. He continued, aggravated tax fraud and violation of the provision of the Attorney Act. Pijateme District Court, through the district secretary, say the trial will begin with a preparatory session on 30th May. The main hearing will then begin on the same day, and they expected to last several days. The trial go dey at least largely public. BBC Pidgin gather say na panel of 3 judges go hear and decide this case. We believe that immediately it kick off on 30th May. It will not last long like Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Namdekano, and we strongly believe Mazi Simon Ekpa will be released. Here ana keba wo yati. You want to go? Mazi Simon Ekpa will be released, and if anything make them release Simon Ekpa, this world will not contain Simon Ekpa and Nigeria. They know, and they know it. So let's continue. They said here the charges against Simon Ekpa. Finland Deputy Prosecutor General being charged promoter of the indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, with inciting terrorism online. They remove a terrorist group here, said a promoter of indigenous people of Biafra. Ndala. The Finland National Prosecution Authority say Ekpa allegedly commit the offense for Lati between 2021 and 2024. Oga, make una go through your legal this thing before you begin the talk. Say he commit the offense. Not this one when they talk, I don't know. The Office of the Prosecutor General for Finland also had to say them they suspect aggravated tax fraud join the charges. The charges they related to the suspect activities where they aimed at establishing the so-called Biafra region of Nigeria as an independent state. Finland Office of the Prosecutor General talk. The Deputy Prosecutor General don't file charges against a Finnish individual for a case where involve suspected public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent and participation for terrorist group. The alleged act they commit for Lati between 2021 and 2024, along with related alternative charges and suspected aggravated tax fraud. Also, Mikko Laksenam will be the senior detective superintendent of Finland National Bureau of Investigation. Tell BBC Pidgin say the charges filed against Ekpa include contribution to activities of terrorist group. Ematabo fundraising being Saturday. Today is our fundraising. So that contribution they are still referring to us as a terrorist group. According to the National Prosecuting Authority, them say the charged individual Ekpa dey for custody and he don't deny say him commit the crime. I heard before uncle, he's a suspect until your court of justice said so. We don't reach out to Simon Ekpa lawyer, Carl Gumerus, to get inside of this the Tory where we receive from the Finland authority and how they react to them. All I know is that Simon Ekpa will definitely come out. You understand? God is on our side. That is all I have to tell you. Everything will end in praises. Now me they talk so. Everything will end in praises. You understand? But Finland, you people should try at least to read the history of Biafra. Although I don't blame Finland. Finland never do so until Bianca no go to Finland, begin to tell them that the whole nation is a terrorist group, but no problem. But I want us to listen to our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa. Listen to him here. You will hear when Simon Ekpa said that one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra land. One day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. And not only that, all those who refuse that Biafra will not come, their fuck up will be treated in Biafra land. I believe that Bianca Ojukwu, her fuck up must be treated one day. And I always telling you people here that one day, Hage Jecha or Fofola, they will go. It will remain for them to come back. Because one day, Oga Waju Doro, many people will go exile. Many people go in for it, and many people will go down for it. So let's listen to our PM. You understand? And you hear the achievement of Biafra so far. Biafra has been declared. What remains for you and I is to defend it. So thank you and God bless you. Let's hear from our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa.
Those who are asking, did you say Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy, we launched Biafra Air Force, we launched the forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023, we have created 40 states of Biafra, and believe me, many more states will come because we are not done yet. In 2023, not only that we created state, we also brought a redesigned and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography of Biafra. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigeria state in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigeria terrorist army, and we are neutralizing them on daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned, and those ones I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra. In 2023, we have kicked off the Biafra Urban Development Project. In 2023, we've made a lot of impact globally. In 2023, the Biafra awareness gained the highest momentum in the history of Biafra since after the war. In 2023, we made the Nigeria terrorist army to cry on the floor of National Assembly. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. In 2023, those who are serving as the agent of Nigeria, benefiting from the corrupt entity called Nigeria, openly called for persecution, execution, and the kidnapping and arresting of Simon Ekpa, because they know that this is a different thing from what they have seen in their entire lives. In 2023, they call for the arrest of Simon Ekpa and call for the release of Mazi Simon. Confusion. In 2023, after they have used many years to plan the kidnap of Mazi Simon, they have come to say Mazi Simon is a saint. He's a very gentle man. He's a nice person. But just 2 years ago, they kidnapped this nice person from Kenya. 2 years ago, they tortured him for 8 days. 2 years ago, he was an evil man. 2 years ago, they called him terrorist. 2 years ago, he was everything evil to them. 2 years ago, they spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They kidnapped him and put him into a private jet from Kenya to Nigeria. 2 years ago, Mazi Simon was everything evil to Nigeria, including to Ohaneze Ndigbo and all of them. 2 years ago, he was the only problem of Nigeria. 2 years ago, he was the only person that constituted all manner of insecurity in Nigeria. He was the one who is more deadlier than Boko Haram. He was everything that Nigeria don't want to see. Today, as Simon Ekpa take the Biafra liberation to the next level, the same people are now calling Mazi Simon the most sensible person. These are hypocrites. These are devilish people. These are criminals. That only thing they want to do is to give dog a bad name in order to kill it. They have given that name to Mazi Simon. They themselves were the one who condemned Mazi Simon. The same people today, they have seen that, yes, indeed, someone actually followed this footstep of Mazi Simon and ready to drag all of them to Biafra land. So that when we get to Biafra land, we will treat their fuck up very well. Today, the same people who gave the bad name to Mazi Simon in order to be kidnapped, they slandered his name, blackmailed him to other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. All of them today has come to say that Mazi Simon is very sensible. Now it is Simon Ekpa is the problem. These people who are just evil from birth refuse to understand why Simon Ekpa have decided to take this thing upon himself to liberate the people of Biafra, who has been subjugated and chained with Islamic State agenda. They found themselves in a hole. They tagged us, thought, in a circle, because they thought that they have actually systematically conquered everybody by dividing, creating states, dividing us, changing the demography and map of Biafra people. And at the end of the day, they structured out 5 tiny states, called it 5 Eastern states. And they say, let us continue to divide them. And now they tell you, oh, you are talking about Biafra. You are just 5 states in the circle. We have come to destroy their evil agenda. Today, you will understand that the plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete states, cut across board, including in the area where they claim they were never Biafra. I have come to learn from what Biafra did wrong in 1967 to 1970. I have come to learn what Wazirike did wrong from the time he started the Biafra movement, and I have come to learn what Mazi Simon did right and was in the process of doing before they planned and kidnapped him. I continue from there, and today we are where we are. They are not resting. Those IPOB Nigeria are not resting as well. Every given opportunity, they think that there is infight in the Biafra government. They will say, oh, their hope now is that they are fighting. And they are hoping that there is infight in the Biafra government. That is to tell you that, like we said, they are cursed. They are cursed. And they can never rise again. Biafra government in exile is a government that nobody born of a woman marching on this planet, using your foot to walk on the ground, will ever destroyed. Biafra has been restored in 2023. We have a government, we have a structure of the government of Biafra, we have every department that made Biafra government a legitimate government. The people of Biafra are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the homeland. We have governors, state administrators in all the 40 states of Biafra. We have the deputy governors, which is called administrators. We have the secretary of state of each state in Biafra land. We have the chairmen and managers of county and district. If you do not understand that with this structure we have now, one day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, it means that you are an idiot. I told you that by the time I finish with Nigeria, you will sleep in Nigeria one day and wake up in Biafra. The next phase is to set up the police of Biafra. The reason why we have not set up the police is because it is going to be state police. Every state will have their police. Every state will be independent. It is going to be local police, and there is no interference from the central government of Biafra. The military is a joint military. It's one military that will protect the territorial integrity of Biafra. When one state is attacked, it means that you have attacked all of us. So my people, for those who are asking when are you going to declare Biafra, we have already declared Biafra. We are only waiting for us to conclude the last phase of the Biafra government, and one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra. Like I said, then we must capture every cranny of the Biafra territory.